Well, hey. I'm Tia Knapp. I am thrilled to pieces to be here today to bring you this amazing message from my dear friend, Dr. Michael Gross.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Michael Gross. So happy to be with you. We just love doing this. We have so much fun. I hope you enjoy it. We love to tease. We love to joke around. We have a message. We have a lot of fun. And even before we go on, we tease each other and just laugh. So thank you for being on. I appreciate all of you. And I am the author of The Spiritual Primer, The 12 Transformational Laws. And to you?
Oh, yes. Okay. And I am the author of Healing the Holes in Your Soul. Silly
What a
ring
great
lights.
book that is. Everybody's a great read. It is super.
Thank you, Michael. Wait, there it is, right? Oh,
There
but
it
you
is.
know what? I'll get better at this. It's only been out 2 weeks, so it's hot off the press.
Yes, I hope you didn't burn your fingers.
So cool. We have an amazing topic today. And before I get into that, I want to let you know that Dr. Michael Gross, I've been working with him for a little while now, a little over a year and a half, coming up on 2 years really quick. And he wrote the foreword, see, to this book. So I highly recommend that you start with his book. And that way you can find out a little bit more about the man who kicked me in the tush and said, you need to write your book, which is out now. Okay. On that note, our topic today is wait, I told you we'd start getting silly and I would forget. So don't say it, Michael. I got it. Our topic today is how do your thoughts and body align?
Perfect.
Okay. So on that note, what I'm going to do is we love coming to you, and we encourage everybody to write comments. And in case you wonder, there will be contact information in the comments below as well. So you'll be able to reach Michael, and you'll be able to reach me as well. So here we go. Here's a formal introduction. Dr. Michael Gross is an author, professional keynote speaker, transformational coach, and an entrepreneur. For more than 3 decades, he has been on a spiritual path as an intuitive, a healer, a spiritual counselor, and a teacher. Through the guidance of spirit, Michael has assisted others in their personal quest for self-empowerment, helping them to create the lives that they have long sought and to bring forth their intuitive abilities. Michael currently teaches classes in spirituality, self-empowerment, Reiki, and other modalities. In concert with God, the True Source, he also has achieved great success and miraculous healings. He remains humble, knowing that the work that he does all comes from God, the True Source. He lives in Lakewood, Washington, and I am thrilled to also announce that Michael has just launched his nonprofit, the International Institute of Self-Empowerment. I am honored to be part of his board of directors, and we will be sharing more with you on that note very, very soon. For now, though, I'd like to go ahead and welcome Dr. Michael Gross as he speaks about our thoughts and how they align with our body. Did I do that right?
Nope. You did it
right. There he is.
And there's the woman. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. We forget it's the mirror. It's the opposite way when you do things. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate everyone being on. And, I was thinking, what should we talk about? And, as I say, I'm very spontaneous. I don't have a script. And working with TU, we bounce ideas off each other. And she's been a valuable asset as well. And we want to think about something very important. We look at our body and, when we're younger, we're full of vim, vigor, and vitality. We run around. And how many times have you often thought, boy, look at that 6-year-old or 5-year-old. Boy, I wish I had their energy. And they go. And we get a little older and then we get athletic or whatever we do. And, in our teens and probably in our 20s. And then we begin to play some sports, and then we get a little older and we become parents or whatever, and we slow down and we go through the expansion period. That's when our body image changes with the expansion era. And so we begin to eat different kinds of foods. And then we say, oh, we better go to the gym. We're putting on some extra poundage. And then we get older, we put on a little extra, and all this stuff happens. But I really want you to understand how our thoughts and energy affect our body. And of course, we talk about comfort food. When you're stressed, you eat certain kinds of food, and that makes you feel good, or whatever. And then our body begins to expand. And then we get older. We don't exercise as much. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. We walk with a shuffle or something slow, and we become more sedentary. So let's really think about how our thoughts affect our body. And whatever you think, you create. Whatever you create, you experience. Now, you've heard me say that before, and it's the same thing. What are our thoughts and how do we feel about our body? But our body is also talking to us. I'll give you some examples. And this is not 100% for every little thing, but if you have a backache, it's one of two things. One, it's heavy emotions you're carrying, or two, it has to do with finances. So, your body begins to react that way. And let's supposing, you have problems with either your right hand or your right leg. Well, if you're right-handed, the right side of your body is your male side, and your left side is your female side. And if you're left-handed, it's vice versa. But let's take a look at that. So let's think about your mobility. So you sprain your ankle, break your leg, your right leg, or whatever. It has to do with energy, has to do with relationships with males, and how you're going forward. The other side, which is the left-hand side, it's all about your relationship with females. I don't care whether you're male or female, but it's your relationship with females and how you're getting along. So our body, I talked this about before, it talks to us, but our thoughts are infiltrated into our body, and our body reacts a certain way. Why is it reacting a certain way? It's going, tension, tension. You're doing something wrong. Hello, get it? Hello. You're carrying some extra emotion. Well, we know as we get older, we get more frustrated, and I've noticed that about myself on some things. And as we get more frustrated, we begin to attract more things of the same frustrations. Remember, what you think you create, what you create, you experience. So if you have a problem, let's say you're afraid to drive at night, you're going to continue to be afraid to drive at night. And if you did, you might pull over or have a little fender bender, or your car may break down when you're alone in the rain at 10:30 at night, all alone, and you're ready to scream and yell. So these are the things that we attract to our body. And that's the point. What are we attracting by our emotions and thoughts? Sometimes we don't connect the parts. We don't connect 2 and 2 equals 2. You would think 4. But whatever 2 and 2 equals and that you're attracting, it's attracting the same thing. That's why I just said 2 plus 2 equals 2. And we need to wake up each morning and say, what am I doing? What am I attracting? What am I frustrated? I've heard so many people say, oh, I hate my job. I hate this. I hate that. And then the job becomes more arduous and more challenging, and you get angrier and angrier, and so on and so forth. So one of the things I talk about is the 40-40 syndrome, 40-40-40. You work for 40 years, 40 hours a week, and retire at 40% of your salary. Wow. Isn't that a great thing to look forward to? And then people, you're right. And then people looked like, they want to retire, got to do all these things. But because they've abused their body, they don't have the energy to do the things, or they're overweight. So their knees are giving problems, or hips are giving problems, their ankles are giving problems. All these things are happening. And it's like, how did it get there? Guess what? You attracted it. You created it by your thoughts. But here's the good part. I can change. I can reverse engineer. Whatever you created, you uncreate. So let's say your muscles, have tightened up, they're more, flaccid, and that your ankles hurts. What do? You take short little walks, then you take longer walks. You begin to stretch out your muscles. You begin to bring the spring into your step, and you're feeling much better. But it takes dedication and stick-to-itiveness. Like I did it once. Well, no, you have to do it multiple times. And the most important thing is, what did you do when you were younger, when you had that spring in your step and you have so much energy and like, wow, I can do anything? What if you brought that back right now? What if you released all your fears and doubts? Everything we create in our life, but look at fears, false evidence appearing real. And I remember one time I went to Waco, Texas, and I went to a symposium at the university there. And the professor said, I bet everyone, and there were like, I don't know, 1,500 people. I bet everyone $100. I want you to write down 3 things you're fearful of in the next 30 days. And I bet everyone $100, 1 or less will show up. If 2 or more, I'm giving you $100. So I wrote them down. Guess what showed up the next 30 days? 0. The next 120 days, 0. The next 6 months, 0. And I learned a lesson. And the lesson I learned was, this is an illusion, my fears and doubts. They're not going to happen unless you put enough emotion into it, and then you'll attract it to you. And that's so important. The old story, person said, I can't go skiing, I'll break a leg. I can't go skiing, I'll break a leg. They repeat it. And they go out skiing, and guess what? They broke a leg. So you go, see, I told you so. See. Like, no, you manifested it. You created it. So think about this. Oh my gosh. What am I creating in my body by my thoughts? Why the dickens am I doing such a thing? It doesn't make sense. Any normal person wouldn't do that. But you don't think about it that way. You think about it as, oh, it just happened. So it's a good thing each morning you review your thoughts and before you go to sleep at night. And the most perfect thing to do is what? Always give thanks for everything that is positive in your life, because that will bring joy. And when you have joy and happiness, it affects the energy of your body, makes your body feel good. Whenever you're paying a bill, even if it's an outrageously high bill, and you only got $10 left in your checking account, give thanks for the prosperity and abundance to pay the bill. You know what happens? You get more, because you're telling the universe, I like this. This is pretty good. Universe said, well, if you like it, we'll give you more. So when you're saying something negative, universe goes, well, I guess you like it, so we'll give you more. You go, why would the universe give me something negative? Because by the law of what you think you create, what you create, you attract. See, all energy is neutral. You've heard me saying that before. So I can take electricity and power the house, cook with it, heat with it, or I can destroy or start a fire with it. The electricity doesn't know any difference. It's just electricity. And when you turn around and you're giving out thoughts that are either positive or negative, by the law of attraction, it's neutral. Whatever you're thinking, you are manifesting into your body, because you are manifesting everything 24/7. Every thought, everything you say eventually will enter into your life. So some people say, no, that's not true. Yeah, sooner or later it does. It becomes covered up with 1,000 different thoughts, but it works its way through each thought and finally gets that one. And all of a sudden, zap, you've got it. And then you go, why did I do this? This is a surprise. But if you really search your thoughts, you realize you manifested it in your life. So what is life all about? What do you want it to be about? And you want to make it arduous, then your body will respond to it. You want to make it joyous and happiness, your body will respond to it. Now, if you are an athlete, and let's say you love to play basketball, and you were a great basketball star in high school and college, and now you're 55 years old, Well, you're going to slow down a little bit because that's what happens. But a little bit could only be 1 or 2 or 3%. But what makes up the difference? Because you become smarter and more wiser. And therefore, you can be the basketball star at 40, 50 that you were at 18 or 22 because you're smarter. It's not about running around in basketball, right? It's about scoring. That's what's so important. What if you look at your life that I'm going to score health and success in my body? Isn't that an interesting thought? So I'm playing this game. It's an athletic game in your mind that I'm going to score healthy body by thinking positive things, by honoring my body. Well, there's another thing. So do you want to load up with beer and whiskey and lots of carbs and put on weight? Well, that's your choice. Or do you once in a blue moon have a drink, once in a blue moon have some carbs, but mostly eat healthy and do some kind of exercise, just even walking, and your body will respond not only to your thoughts, but to the energy you're putting out there, the energy of walking or maybe jogging or whatever. And then, how serious are you that you want to change? That's a very good question. How serious is it that you honor your body? Your body's a temple. And I remember one of my students coming in and he put on some weight. And I said, Bob, what's happening? Oh, he said, my body's a temple. And I just put an extension on it. That was his humor. So I kind of laughed. He had a great sense of humor, but eventually he took off weight. Just to share a little bit about his thoughts that represents his body. He's getting older. And, I use the term birthing out. And he wanted to be sure that when it came time for him to birth out, that he'd do the right thing, being at the right place. So one day he comes into class and he's got a cross, he's got a Jewish star, and he's got an Ankh, an Egyptian Ankh. And I'm looking at him and says, what gives? He said, I'm hedging my bets. So I had a great sense of humor, but there was some seriousness to it. The point I'm trying to say is that your body is a beautiful piece of equipment. It is put together magnificently. You helped design it before you walked into it. And then after you became incarnated into the body, you helped design it by your actions, by your thoughts, and whatever you did. Now, you have the great opportunity to say, can I redesign my body? Yes. First, start with your thoughts and your actions. Your thoughts are, I desire to redesign my body. I desire my body to be great. That's what's important. And the next thing is take action. Walk, exercise, do something gently, and change your eating. Did you know, we talk about our body, that most people, if they remain inactive like a couch potato and retire at 65, the average life expanse is 3 years. Average. This is studies that they've done with corporations and people have retired. Now, other people remain somewhat active, taking walks, meeting people, getting out, socializing, not being a couch potato, watching their weight, and they live to 95, 90, 95, 100, 105, 110. I was watching on YouTube a couple doing the jitterbug. He was 91 and she was 90. Holy cow.
Saw him.
Did you see that? They're going like 100 miles an hour. I went, holy cow. Wow.
He still slid her under his legs, between his legs.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Isn't that amazing? He may have been 91 physically, but not mentally. Which leads us to the next subject. And that is, don't pay attention to your physical age. Whether you're 40, 50, 60, 80, 90, 100. What age brings you joy and happiness? Take on I'm 25, I'm 35, I'm 50. Pick an age. And when you begin to pick that age and you feel that age, person could say, well, I'm 90, but they'll say, I feel 30. They'll begin to take on the energy of that age, and they'll begin to find more joy and happiness, and their body and pains and aches and so on won't ache anymore. And they'll have time to walk, to speak with people, to run around and enjoy themselves. I had a client years ago, and I mentioned this in another talk, and she had crippling arthritis. And in working with her, what are her thoughts? She was a controller and the head of a school. And I said, stop micromanaging and controlling everything. And eventually her hands straightened out. In fact, she saw me four times, maybe 5, and her hands straightened out and they were great. 3 months later, she came back and she was crippled again. What happened? Well, I can't give up control. I have to be in charge of everything. So we worked again and it began to work. But I said to her, this is the last time, because you're now responsible. If you don't take responsibility and realizing your thoughts are creating your body, you are making yourself crippled. I never saw her again. I don't know whether she was crippled again or whatever. But sometimes we have to take a moment and look at ourselves, look at our thoughts, look at our energy, and look what, our body. So you look at your body and say, I have this and this and this. Well, how'd I create it? I created it by insecurities. I'll just give it a generic term. And you reverse engineer, make it yourself joyous and happy, and let go of whatever created it in your body. Yes, it's work. Yes, you're going to have to do some meditation. Yes, you're going to have to take responsibility. But yes, you're freeing your body to be young and youthful. Tio, how much time do we have?
Ooh, you've got about 5 minutes, and you're absolutely spot on. If I would have been a victim to my age, I would not have gotten my black belt in Taekwondo. If I would have thought, oh, I'm too old, I'm retired, I'm 60, whatever. I'm 60. I was 67 when I got that.
Isn't that wonderful? And how old were you when you skydived?
Okay, I was only in my 40s then.
Oh, okay. Well, still. But in your 60s, you got your black belt. You broke over 20 boards. How many did you do? Was it 20?
20, the last count, 20. But that was for one event. But we've done many, and I've been sparring with people.
So look at that.
That are half my age.
She doesn't look a day over 12, and she looks really great. But you see, in her mind, I'm not 60 or whatever your age is, because we're not going to disclose that. But I am young and youthful, and I can do anything. Wow, I can do anything. There were so many things that I've lost. There's a time when we used to have a little children's books about the train that was climbing a hill, and he was a locomotive, and the big ones went by him with speed, and he was old, and he said, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And this little locomotive crossed the hill with this huge load. See, I think I can. And it went from I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, became more and more positive. And that's great stories. I don't think they share that anymore, but I'm not sure. I haven't read a children's book in a long, 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 long time. But there are so many stories out there. I talk about my mantra is twofold. One, if you don't know where you're going, you can't get lost. So that's a wonderful journey. I'll just enjoy it. Actually, there's a third one. And the third one is very, very important. No expectations, no attachments. I'm just going to do something. Whatever happens, it'll work. That's it. And of course, the one that I talk about all the time, and that is, you are unlimited. And I often think, if my mother brought me up that way, and father, you're unlimited, you're unlimited, you're unlimited. Here in Seattle, we have a football quarterback, Russell Wilson. And he was a little short and so on and so forth, but he's a premier quarterback. And one of the things his father grew up saying, why not you? Why not you? Why not you? And with the team, he goes, why not us? Why not us? Whether they've embellished it or not, his belief system is, why not you? Why not you? Why not you? I can, I can, I can, I can, I can. And being a premier quarterback, he changed the rules how quarterbacks handle themselves, and others are emulating them. But the point is what you think you create, and what you create, you experience. Remember that you're in charge of your body. You can change your body. You can enhance your body. You can rehabilitate your body, and that there is no one else that can do it better than you. I want to thank all of you. And I'd like to remind all of you that on the second Saturday of every month, I do what I call the mass consciousness healing. T is going to put that information in, but what happens is on the second Saturday of every month at 9:55 a.m. Pacific time to 11:01 Pacific time, what we do is bring through the true source of unconditional love to change the mass consciousness at the soul level to love. And that's so important. And many positive stories have happened. So please put that down in your calendar. And then every Tuesday night from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., I have what I call the call-in. You ask any questions on spirituality, and I deliver a 10-minute message. And they've just changed numbers on me. Do you have the number handy? No,
Yes, I do. I do. It's 202-926-1059. Once again, 202-926-1059. And the access code is 125446#. Once again, 125446#.
And that number also applies as well to the Saturday, second Saturday of every month, the mass consciousness healing. And then we have what I call the replays. There's 193 messages. They're about 10 minutes long, some a few longer. And if you want to listen to them, you're bored, you're stuck in traffic, to you, would you give them that number?
Absolutely. 434-300-4170. One more time. 434-300-4170. And it's the same access code, 125446#. It will also be in the comments below. So if you missed anything, I want to add in here too, Michael, that our Facebook Lives are always live on our even after, if you missed the live, it will be available as a replay. And you can go through Michael's page, which is Michael Gross, or you can come through my page, either one. And you'll be able to see the ones you've missed, or you can go and find them on YouTube. I'll be putting them up on his YouTube page really soon, too.
I also want to announce that on October 6th, from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, I'm launching a new series of classes. And this is called Soul Awakening. It's all about, it's 12 weeks long. It's all about awakening your soul to reconnect with the true source, to do your missions and goals, and to help change the mass consciousness on this planet to love. And if you want to learn more, you can go to Dr. Michael Gross, number 1, numerical 1, at gmail.com, or you can call me on my private cell, and that's 253-222-1096. That's 253-222-1096. 1096. And if I can't get it, pick up the phone, just leave me a message, a text message. So thank you, everyone. I want to thank all of you for giving up your time to listen to our message, because on behalf of Tio and myself, we really believe that you can make a difference, and we really believe that you are unlimited. Let's show them our books again.
Absolutely, Michael. Whoops, right here. I'll get this right yet.
Thank you, everyone.
There we go.
Do you want to add anything?
I am honored to be part of this. I'm thrilled that we do this every Sunday at 2:00. I'm really looking forward to the next mass consciousness healing, because our planet needs so much help. So everyone, mark it on your calendar, the second Saturday of every month, because Michael leads this beautiful hour-long mass consciousness healing, and we do make a difference. We really do. And I am just a huge, I guess I'm Michael's #1 fan. I don't know. What do you think, Michael?
Thank you. I'm so honored. Really, I appreciate it.
There's been so many changes in my life, and we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't firmly believe that what we're doing makes a difference. So I encourage everybody to connect with either one of us to learn more about how you can also become more involved in healing our world, because we all know we need it, right?
We sure do. And, when I do the mass consciousness healing, after 5 minutes, we do it in silence. So if you tune in late and you hear silence, just close your eyes and the energy will take you over. Tia and I discovered that we were brother and sister in a past life. And that's why we have so much synergy between the two of us. And we look at each other as brother and sister, and we have a lot of fun teasing each other. And not only that, but we are in perfect alignment of our messages to change the mass consciousness in this planet by our books, by our thoughts, and by these wonderful podcasts, or whatever you want to call these, that we share with you. So I thought I'd share that with all of you. And so she's my sister, and I tease her sometimes and get even. So just like a brother would do, like her older brother.
Well, and I really wanted an older brother, so I made sure he got out of the womb first.
Yeah. She kicked me out of the womb.
I kicked him out of the womb, and now he kicks me in the tush every time I get a little bit off track. So one more time, Michael, show your book.
Yes. Spiritual primer and healing the holes in your soul. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, this book, I tell you, is only because the man over here kept kicking me in the tush. So thank you so much for listening and putting up with our little craziness. I highly recommend Michael's book. Is a great place to start. You can always get this one too,
That's a heck of a book. It's a very powerful book. I recommend it as well. It will help empower your life.
Thank you. And thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. We look forward to your comments, and all the contact info will be in the comments below.
And
okay, you ready, Michael?
And you are unlimited.
Yeah, unlimited.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
See you next Sunday.